everyone. Today is another Saturday. It is Saturday the 7th of December today, 10:31 a.m. and my skin is very itchy, partly because it's so cold, but then again my skin is always itchy. We have stormed, is it Dana or someone? We have stormed birds seemingly 5 seconds ago. Now another storm is raging war upon us, and last night the wind was howling so much. I put my earplugs in and I was frustrated to still be able to hear the howling wind in a distance, but still audible somewhat. It's very, very cold and very, very wet, so it's cold, wet and windy. So if you can stay indoors, stay indoors, and I have no intention of going outside today. It's still raining as I speak, quite finely maybe, but quite speedily. So that is another, December, typical December. No snow, nor sleet, but we had snow some weeks ago, to my surprise. A little foggy in the background, wet, windy, very strong winds, and we in the West Midlands we probably have it relatively mild because there are actually, this morning I saw threats to life warning, probably somewhere around Scotland, further up north. So do be careful whether you are a pedestrian or driving or working in construction, just walking down the road, whatever you're doing. If it's howling like this here in the Midlands, it's probably much more ferocious and understandably life-threatening elsewhere. So storms can be quite serious, especially when, and it shows the power of the storm, when trees are uprooted, then you know it's serious. But thankfully, I'm indoors, which I'm very grateful for, as I say. And I have from Aldi, from their specially selected range, aioli topped with basil pesto. My friends made pesto with pasta only last week, and that was very nice. And hummus topped with chilli jam. This is a bit curious. It sounds like a Barry recipe, doesn't it? So that's interesting. I was going to cook something, but I just wasn't feeling up to it. So I wanted to use the tortilla wraps up anyway, but they're going a bit hard. So I've got cucumber, not the most interesting thing, but just using it up. A whole beetroot. And I spooned, I forked some soft cheese, some of Aldi's beloved soft cheese, into each of the 3 tortilla wraps. So we'll get a meal going. Oh, and also, I can reach it. From Home Bargains, I purchased this 100% Arabica latte cappuccino iced coffee with milk. I'm not a cappuccino person, but it was only 59 pence, I believe. So obviously my taste testing, genes, creativity, whatever, dragged me to order, even though my arms are full of cakes and other treats. I managed to pick one up. So I'll be looking at this in a second. As I say, only 59 pence, why not? And I tried one of these in one of the previous videos, because I bought this and the aforementioned one from Kenji, a shop in central Birmingham inside the Bullring shopping centre, and both, I did not realise both are peach flavour, so presumably this tastes just like the other one, even though it was a taller carton. Presumably they're manufactured by the same company, but this might well taste similar, or it might not. But yeah, let's get into these. We have aioli topped with basil pesto, deliciously fragrant pesto topped smooth garlic dip. So it has 82% mayonnaise, water, rapeseed oil, spirit vinegar, dried egg. Egg seems to be the only allergen, I believe. Citrus fibre, rice starch, I need my glasses. Dried egg white, sucrose, potato fibre, basil in oil, 3.5%. Parsley, a bit of vinegar, unfortunately. But hopefully you cannot really taste the vinegar. It reminds me of a poached egg. So hopefully this tastes quite nice. Oh, it smells quite nice. It's a faint aroma. It really does look like a poached egg, doesn't it? with basil instead of the yolk. Or pesto and basil. And then we have the hummus topped with chili jam. A cooked chickpea and sesame seed paste dip with concentrated lemon juice, like the sound of the lemon juice, topped with jalapeno chili chutney. Now, I cannot handle jalapenos on a pizza normally, just a couple of slices are too much for me, but hopefully here it's quite diluted. Cooked chickpeas 43%, so there's a big chickpea reference. Jalapeno chili jam 12%. Okay, that sounds manageable. Spirit vinegar, garlic puree, parsley, salt. Not too many ingredients. Sesame seed paste 11%. I believe sesame is the only allergen here. Because it's quite potent for me anyway, jalapeno, so 12% should be more than enough, I guess. I cannot remember how much these cost, but I can put the price on screen. I can find the current listing if Aldi's website does not hide the price as it sometimes does. That has a much stronger smell. A sort of tomatoey, peppery smell. And something else it's reminding me of as well. Oh yeah, there's something I cannot quite place. Okay, so I should have got a spare fork because I have soft cheese on this fork. Whoops, what have I done? It's okay, we'll be able to taste it still. Okay, so starting with the chili jam, hummus topped with chili jam. So we've got some hummus and some chili jam. It's 10:37 a.m. If I waited a half an hour later, it would have been way too dark already. It's so dark. I mean, we've had no sun today. So I have to start as soon as possible with the filming. Okay, interesting texture inside. Well, as in once you dig beneath the initial layer, it's like a glazing, oil or a paste or something on top. Oh wow. Wow, I was not expecting that. Not entirely sure what I was expecting, but whatever I was expecting, I was not expecting that. There's a lot of flavours going on, and oh yeah, that's definitely has a bit of a kick to it, as we say. Not incredibly keen on the texture. It's a bit not gritty, but it is a bit of a paste, as you can see. It's the hummus. I mean, I can eat hummus fine. I've not had it a lot, but I can eat it. But it's manageable here. But as I say, I do not eat it often, so I'm just trying to get familiar with it again. It's definitely well made, definitely well crafted. There's a nice blend of flavours, and there's definitely a lingering heat. It's not unbearable, but it's potent. It's definitely, I'd say it's at the right level for me personally. It's at the right level, definitely. Any hotter and, it would be somewhat a chore to work through. It's nice. I can enjoy it, but it also takes me by surprise. It's manageable. It's nice. Yeah, something almost sweet to it. It's nice. The hummus does go well with the chili jam, I suppose. At first, I was not quite sure what to make of it, but it's very different. I've never had anything like this before. It will definitely liven up my slightly stale tortilla wrap. So this so far so good. It is so 1 out of 2. This is good. Oh, I almost feel like I'm eating muesli, not muesli, porridge or something like porridge. I think that is what is holding back my not my interest, but my enjoyability. I keep thinking of porridge, and that's even for me it would be strange to have porridge for dinner. I'm just getting a bit confused. But when I remind myself it's hummus and that I'm enjoying the texture or it's neutral at least, yeah, it's not. It's a good recipe. It's very different. It does. There is a nice blend of flavours. That does work well. That's quite nice. Quite different. Probably one of the nicer ways to have hummus as well. Makes it more interesting. Okay, here we go. The poached egg. It does wobble like a poached egg. So this is aioli topped with basil pesto. I do like pesto and I do like basil. Oh well, yeah, that's a completely different flavour as you'd imagine. Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of mayonnaise. It really, just when you look at it, even the poached egg part. But yeah, you can taste mayonnaise pretty much. It's very delicate. I think I can taste a hint of lemon juice. Let's try some of the inner egg. Oh, there we go. In a way, it feels not so flavourful, but I think because I came from the other one, if I'd started with this would have been a nice starter, and which is not to say it's inferior, but I would have been able to appreciate it better. But my taste buds have been pulled in different directions by the hummus topped with chili jam. So this is much calmer, but there is flavour. It's not bland at all. It's nice. Yeah, perhaps they could have added one or two other notes. Maybe a hint of chili if they did on or something else, but it's not bad. My concern is once you eat the relatively little amount of basil and pesto, you're left with just mayonnaise. Not quite mayonnaise, but you know, more or less. Yeah, no, it's definitely not tasting just like mayonnaise. There are one or two other flavours. I think the hint of lemon juice I'm picking up on. No, that's not bad at all. It's not bad. I have to say, this is my favourite. It has some one or two curious textures. It has one or two curious textures, partly due to the hummus, but the flavour explosion, there's a gentle explosion going on. This is nice. Okay, before I finish my breakfast and lunch and dinner combo, I will eat some other things. It's not going to be all I eat for the day. Getting started on the what's it. Let's start with the cappuccino. If I can open it. Hello. There we go. So yeah, I pulled this out of the fridge. Higher caffeine content, here comes a warning. Not recommended for children and pregnant or breastfeeding women. Caffeine content 50 milligrams over 100 milliliters. Shake well before opening. Whoops. Keep refrigerated, best before. So we got semi-skimmed milk, 78%. The coffee is 17%. Sugar, cocoa powder, that's good. Stabilizers, sodium carbonates, and carrageenan. Got a chili jam in my mouth. I really should have got some water to cleanse my palate, but it'll be okay. Okay, so we've shaken things up a bit. Not sure how well you can see that, so otherwise I'll tip it over my keyboard if I try to show you. Yeah, maybe my closest approximation, because I do not normally drink cappuccinos, is hot chocolate, I suppose. Yeah, hot chocolate, yeah, ever so slightly. Almost gone already. I'm not really sure what to make of it. as I say, I cannot really compare it against other cappuccinos. I have had cappuccino before, but very, very, very rarely. Um, I suppose the flavour is unsurprising. It reminds me of a typical cappuccino. If that is what you were going for, then Bob is your uncle. Here you go. Um, it's not horrible, I suppose, considering I do not drink coffee and cappuccinos. Um, I can try and kid myself. It's like a hot chocolate, but of course it's very different. Just my closest approximation. You have that unmistakable coffee smell. It's tolerable. It's tolerable. Would I gravitate toward it? No, I do not think so. It doesn't really do anything for me, but I love trying new things, so it's enjoyable in that respect, of course. But if I was just looking for something to perk me up or an enjoyable way to get caffeine, I think I'd rather just eat chocolate. You know what? It's a good thing that I started early, that it's 10:47 a.m. now, so there's time for the caffeine to perhaps leave my system. So I do not want to mess up my sleep even more. Barry, you should think about these things now and again. You should think about what you're actually buying. Thank goodness it's not the largest cup. It's not bad, and I can tell it's well made. I can tell there's quality there. I can be objective, without a doubt. It would not be my go-to. It would not be my cup of tea. My cup of tea would be actual tea. But it's not bad. To say how it compares to other cappuccinos, it is a bit hard for me to say. Perhaps if you know let me know what you think. It's the Rainforest Alliance certified, but only 59 pence. So I'm sure if you're looking for a cheap cappuccino, this will do it for you. But it's interesting, yeah, because as I say, it's exciting for me because I rarely drink anything coffee related. So it's nice to have something different to try. Now, fizzy drink, something else I'm not a fan of, but it's Dragon Ball Z branded, so I had to purchase it. They guilt tripped me into buying it. So let's see if this tastes like the other peach flavoured one. First caffeine, now sugar. I'm not sleeping tonight. Oh dear. It was a few days ago, at least, when I tried the other one. At first I was going to say it tastes a little different, but no, I think this pretty much is the same flavour, precisely the same ingredients and whatnot. For some reason it tastes a bit fizzier, but no, I think it is the same. Yeah, you can smell peach, you can taste peach, but that fizziness. And I just do not understand fizzy drinks. And I like sugary products like Jaffa Cakes, of course. But when it's in liquid form, when carbonated specifically, I just do not understand it. I mean, sugar in fresh orange juice or concentrated orange juice, even that's different. But it just feels like a chore trying to drink something fizzy. I don't know, it's like the sugar is just weighing you down. Everything becomes so complicated in a very negative way, not in a good, inspiring way. But I will plough through. I blame Goku Black. It's Goku's evil twin. But wow. Okay, so we've had two interesting drinks: peach, familiar carbonated peach flavour. That cappuccino, that was interesting. Was not bad for a cappuccino. Would not be my go-to drink, but it was okay. The pesto mayonnaise, I think I should call it, that's what it was, pesto mayonnaise. It's not bad at all, but the flavour experience really comes, and textural experience as well, with a hummus topped with chilli jam. That's the standout, I think, for today. Presumably both the same price. But yeah, that's the standout. And this is vegan. Well, thank you for watching and listening, or whatever you were doing, or nodding your head in the background while pretending to watch and or listen. I hope you stay safe during this storm, whichever part of the world you live on. There's always a storm somewhere, so if it is not Storm Bert or Storm Dan or whoever it is now, Darren, whoever it was, think it's an Irish name they've given this new store. How do they actually pick the names? Do they have a database that a computer supposedly randomly picks from? I'd like to know. But yeah, it is very stormy outside, that's for sure. I'm going to take my time eating my food and be thankful that I'm inside. I was going to say in the warm, but it's not warm inside. I've got to put another layer on as soon as I finish eating. So I'm going to get back to my food so then I can wrap up warm. But I'll see you in the next one.